In today's video, we are going to discuss a very critical and common practice that happens in the taxi sector in Kenya. I know one or more times you have requested for Uber or Bolt and went to the pickup station where your driver is located, and all of a sudden you notice that there is a discrepancy between the vehicle that you are seeing on the app compared to the vehicle that has come to pick you. In as much as you will find that the driver's details are the same, if you look at the driver's phone number you call, he's the one picking. You look at the driver's photo, it matches the driver who is picking you. It's the same guy, but the vehicle is different. You look maybe at the vehicle color is different, the vehicle model is different, the number plate is different. How does that happen? How does that happen? And why is it so difficult even for Uber and Bolt to control that? And where are the loopholes that such drivers are exploiting? Because there is an opportunity that was created, and that is the topic of this video, which is called the car sharing. This opportunity, actually, when I was joining Uber in 2021, it was not there, and I will explain to you. It was created recently, I believe by the end of 2023, around there, because I just found it functioning. I didn't actually follow on the exact date when the car sharing opportunity was activated by Bolt and Uber. And that opportunity, if not well used by drivers, they can exploit it to use it in an illegal way, as I will explain. And that's why sometimes, especially nowadays, you will find so many discrepancies or difference in terms of the vehicle that is picking you against the vehicle that you are seeing on the platform. Let me just explain to you how that happens and how you can quickly, report it or just let it go, because it's a loophole that is there. And I think even these app companies are aware of it, but they have let it stay because dealing with it could mean they eliminate the opportunity they created. So for you to drive Uber in Nairobi, of course, a car is required. But the opportunity here is that Uber, as I have mentioned, in 2021, they were only allowing one vehicle per driver. And there is something that was called vehicle transfer opportunity. So if I have uploaded the documents of a vehicle on my account, if I give you all the documents of my vehicle and you upload on your account, the vehicle is automatically transferred from my account to your account because you have uploaded all the documents of that vehicle. And that would mean you upload the photo of the vehicle. So there are 3 photos: the rear, the side, and the front. There is the logbook, there is the NTSA inspection, there is the Uber inspection certificate. This is only for Uber, not for Bolt. And then there is the PSV insurance sticker. So once you upload those documents into your car, back then, me, the initial owner of the vehicle is automatically transferred from my account. And if I log into my driver's app, I will find that I don't have a vehicle to drive, and hence I cannot go online. So that used to be the trend back then. Recently, as I have mentioned, like an year ago, Uber and Bolt now, they just noticed that it is not really necessary to say that a vehicle can only be driven by one driver. A vehicle can actually be uploaded by so many drivers, but only a single driver can drive that vehicle at any given time. Meaning that if I have uploaded the document, you have uploaded, you shared with your friend, he uploaded the documents of the same vehicle, and I turn my Uber app and I put it online, all of everybody else who had uploaded that vehicle cannot be able to go online with it, because you can upload actually many vehicles on your account. If you don't know, by the way, you can upload so many vehicles, but as long as you have chosen let's say my KCX, go online with KCX. And on this other hand, myself, I am online with KCX. You cannot be able to go online with it. Okay? But this is the trick. When this came, of course, the legal way to use vehicle sharing on Bolt and Uber is an opportunity whereby if I am not driving the vehicle, I can give it to you to drive, because you have to drive the exact vehicle that you have uploaded. You are not allowed to drive a different vehicle for purpose of PSV apart from the one that I have uploaded. You have uploaded. So, for instance, maybe myself, I drive part-time. During the day, I am in my normal job where I am employed. So when I show up to my workplace, my vehicle cannot just stay in the parking. I can tell you, my bro, take it, stay with it the whole day until 5. When I am leaving work, come and drop it back at my office, so that I can have a vehicle to drive home and maybe carry 1 or 2 people as I go home. That was the whole idea of allowing drivers to share cars. And the second one is also for partners who want to make more money. There are people who are saying, I have a driver for the day, I have a driver for the night. So a driver can come and pick the vehicle in the morning, maybe 8 to 5. By 5, they return the vehicle. They pay me my 1,000 or 1,500 shillings. And then at night, another one can come at 5 and pick the vehicle and drive all the way to 6 in the morning. He gives me my 1,500. The same way, another person can come the next day. Like, you don't have to stick that single vehicle to one single driver. The opportunity here is, if, for example, I am doing car hire, I can have several vehicles on my yard, on my showroom, or wherever I have put them in my parking lot. If anybody comes in and he's an Uber driver and he has all the documents for himself as a driver, I can allow him to upload the documents of that vehicle and pick it and go and drive, even if it's for a day or 2. And then if he's tired of driving, he can return. If you want to do part-time driving and you have all the certificates, you go into a car hire that has Uber for vehicles that qualify for Uber. You pick one, you drive for even if it's a day, and then you pay them, you go. So that was the idea, to allow as many drivers to upload the same vehicle as many times as possible, but only one single driver is allowed to work on it at a given time. But the illegal part of it is whereby I have my vehicle, for example. It is a 2010 model. It's a relatively very old car. I use it only for private use, meaning that it cannot be accepted by Uber. Or there are people who have relatively new vehicles, maybe a Honda Fit 2019 or 2018. They don't want to make it compliant to PSV rules and regulations. For example, you don't want it to have the branding of the writings of PSV on all sides of the vehicle, because that's a requirement. You don't want it to have the address, of the owner at the right hand side of the door. You don't want it to be without tint. There are people who don't want their vehicles to undergo inspection. So what they do, they can ask me for the documents of my car. So they will upload my vehicle documents, and then they can go online. Uber knows that he is driving my car, but because he is very far from where I live, or maybe I cannot give him my car, he can choose to go online with my car as long as I'm not online. But again, the car he will drive is his private vehicle. As I have mentioned, it could be a new vehicle or an old vehicle, a vehicle that is not qualified, or a vehicle that does not have all the documents. And that's why you find so many drivers today will come to pick you with cars that are different from the ones that you see on the platform. Not because that these drivers maybe want to do you something bad or something that you can fear about, but it is because there is that loophole. As long as he has the documents of the car. Imagine if I'm sharing my car with a driver, I'm in Kasarani, and the driver that I have shared the documents with is in Kitengela. If I finish driving, I am not sure if he can come all the way to pick the vehicle from Kasarani. It's too much time. He better just put the app on and drive his vehicle that he has not uploaded. So that is how you find so many drivers nowadays being able to drive vehicles. They are online legally with their account as drivers, but the vehicle is matching. It is for this reason of car sharing, but I have said there is that illegal aspect of people driving vehicles that are not labeled as PSV or vehicles that have not been uploaded, and that could be a big issue if it comes to issues of insecurity or accident, because the car that will be traced ideally should be the vehicle that is on the platform, while the vehicle in actual sense that is driving on the road is a different one, which can make matters complex. So always maybe ask for your driver, why is the number plate not matching? The ideal situation would be, don't accept to board a vehicle where the driver and the vehicle is not matching the one you see on the app. That is the ideal advice. But as I have mentioned to you, the reason why many drivers find themselves in this circumstance is because of the sharing. So just inquire from him, because sometimes I understand that riders are in a hurry and they cannot actually even accept to cancel that ride, because maybe getting another one, it will be difficult. They will have to wait for another 10-20 minutes and waste their time. But for you to feel secure, listen to that driver first of all. Ask him how comes that the number plate is not matching. Just, taste whether he's telling you something close to what I have talked about. Just show him that you are aware of something like this, and then, make your decision. But I have said, the advice is given that don't get into a vehicle that does not match what you see on the app.